Hello, my absolutely beautiful astrology soulmates. It's me, Stormie Grace, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of December 4th, where this week, you guys, I am so pumped because are you ready for your 2024 horoscopes? I know that I am ready and excited to launch them to you. And not only am I excited to launch them and share what 2024 has to offer in terms of the cosmos, but this year we are doing it up, you guys. You're getting one horoscope with 5 different astrologers covering all of the areas. We're doing general, we're doing finance, relationships, spiritual development, and health and medical this year. So you'll have myself, Wade Caves, Christopher Renstrom, Cameron Allen, and Tiffany Harlick. All of this coming up for you in your 2024 horoscopes. And guess what? You're also going to get to see them live. So make sure you are tuning in with us the week of the 16th and the 17th, which is going to be a Saturday and a Sunday, where we will be putting out all signs, all 5 horoscopes, all areas, looking at it just for you live, which means that you can also join us in the chat as it's going down. So make sure you are set, prepared, and ready. And I will be posting the link in the community tab so that you can make sure you're right there with us live. And don't worry, if you're not able to join us live, all of the 2024 horoscopes with all 5 of the astrologers will absolutely be posted as individual videos as well. But we'd love to bring you something special and be there with you live first. We're spicing it up a little as we get to 2024, but also making sure that you are completely informed on the energies that are coming your way in every avenue of life. Now, all of that is coming to pass, so make sure you check it out. But what's happening right now is that through a magical glitch in the beautiful universal system, my packages for the 2024 Insight packages, which were on sale, went off sale, and apparently the system never picked it up. They're staying on sale until December 31st. So really, truly, if you are looking to walk a little bit closer one-on-one with me and you're looking to get closer to the astrology of 2024 for yourself, taking advantage of the package is the best way to do it. You get 2 60s and you get 2 30s. So that enables you to walk an entire year with us together, get into the astro, get in with me, have help, have support, have some guidance on any kind of changes that you are ready to make. So if that's you, click in the description box down below and continue to take advantage of that sale before we get to January 1st and they go back to regular price at $700. All right, my beautiful friends. Whoa, let's get into this week. I'm absolutely pumped about how we're starting the week because right here on Monday, as we're coming in with the moon in the vibration of Virgo. So first of all, I really do like when we start the week with an earth moon because it means like emotionally we're coming in on an energy that's a little bit more settled, it's a little bit more earthy. But in Virgo, not only is it a little bit more earthy, so we're practical, we're getting oriented, we're getting organized, but it's mutable. Right? So it's like, oh, okay, I've got to let go of what was happening last weekend and get ready for what's going this week. It's not like you're coming in with the moon in Taurus, which is earthy as well, but it's like, no, I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. Virgo Earth is like, okay, let me detach from last week and get ready for what I'm doing right now. But as we're coming in also with this Virgo moon energy, remembering that it is mutable, and mutable energy, if it's not used correctly, it can worry. It can be a worrisome energy. It's like, what's coming? What's happening next? You know, in flow, it's moving from what was to what will be next. But when there's something going on, especially moon, emotionally, it can be a worrisome energy. Now, we're going to see that this moon comes into square with Mars, and this can create heat. And the word is anger. Okay, so you can find maybe there's a little thorn in your paw, or there's a thorn in the paw of somebody around you, and there's this impatience, this anger, this irritation that is presenting itself. And I would tell you, you know, it's uncomfortable. It can also just be your own emotional discomfort with something that is going on. So what you want to do to minimize this, to move away from it is, first of all, acknowledge what's going on with you. It's Virgo energy. Write it down on paper, right? Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Write it down, put it on paper, because if you can get it out of your head, you can start to get it out of your energetic space, okay? And then you can also, it's like fear means you get to do 2 things. You get to F everything and run, or you get to face and have courage and face everything and recover. Right? So what do you want here? You're going to pull the F it card with this energy on Monday, or are you going to pull the, okay, something's going on with me. Let me have some courage to face this kind of vibe. Now, we're also going to see on Monday that Venus moves into the vibration of Scorpio. And this is going to be here all the way till December 29th when we see Venus move into Sagittarius. Now, as Venus comes into Scorpio, first of all, remember, Venus is an attracting in energy. So Venus is not hustle hard, okay? Venus is attracting in. So what you're attracting, what you're pulling to, it's passionate. It's intense, whether it's a pleasureful kind of passionate intense, or it's an intense, tense kind of intense, whatever it is, it's also deeply inspired by what we desire. Everything is the depths of the feeling and the experience of things. And here at the end of the year, feeling deeply about the world around you, feeling deeply about the connections you have with relationships or your life, feeling deeply about what you've become empowered to attract into your life is an absolutely wonderful vibration. And as we're coming together and we're socializing this week with family, friends, just even at the store, if you're buying your groceries, there can be this sense of deeper engagement and connection with the people around you. So I say absolutely enjoy it, but also remember, there could be a sense of deeper engagement with people where you're just trying to buy your tacos and somebody is really being intense, in their response to you or something like that. Some things are not about you. Other things, though, if they come up, especially in this water sign of Scorpio, if things are coming up, look at, do I have a part in my relationship? Do I have a part that I am playing in this dynamic? And I need to look at what it is and make an adjustment. But sometimes things are just not about you. If you can enjoy the love and the passion of the season and enjoy the love and the passion of being empowered, I think that that's a much better, it's a much better experience of this energy. Because it's the same energy as well that drives us to say, I really would like more intimacy with myself and others, and then the drive and the motivation to seek it. Tuesday's a really delicious, solid kind of day. First of all, we've got the moon continuing to travel through this Virgo vibration, but it's in trine with Uranus in Taurus. So we've got a nice earth trine that's happening here. Now, the trine is symbolized by the triangle in astrology, and it's a pocket of opportunity. But it's a pocket of opportunity, and you have to go to it, right? It will present itself. It maybe even makes things easier, but you have to go and take advantage of it, right? And with moon and Uranus, you're like, yeah, listen, have you ever gotten up, you guys, and it's that day where you're like, I don't know what it is, but I feel it. Like something is in the air, something good is in the air, and there's just this like freedom of movement, and you don't know what it is or when it's going to be, but you know that it's happening in that kind of light, airy kind of way. This is moon and Uranus kind of vibration. It's like, yeah, I'm willing to walk a different direction to work. Yeah, I'm willing to try something different because I don't know. The something is out there, right? And it's this kind of vibration. But then we also see that Venus is in a trine to Saturn. So this is another just delicious, watery opportunity available for us. So I think that Tuesday, even energetically, feels good. And you're really a bit more willing to take on something long term when Venus trines Saturn. It's like, I'm willing to commit to this. I'm willing to be involved in this. And it's new and maybe it's different, but I'm willing to take it on because I'm interested in the excitement of it. I'm interested in the newness of it, okay? So whether it's going to be, you're starting a new project, you're starting a new course, you meet somebody who seems new and a little bit odd because that's Uranian energy, but you're like, I want to go down this road and find out what's going on over here. Or you find yourself, at some kind of festival that you never even thought you were interested in, but it gives you insight. It's also, because it's a water trine, it's a wonderfully social energy. So Tuesday is a great day to be social. Now, for my students out there, if you need to give a presentation, work on a presentation, go ask for help with the presentation, something like that, Tuesday is definitely your day. All right, on Wednesday, kind of a big day, because Neptune is going to be coming out of retrograde at 24 degrees of Pisces, having gone retrograde at 27 degrees of Pisces. Now, the full length of the Neptune retrograde cycle started March 9th of 2023, when we saw Neptune get into its pre-retrograde shadow time at 24 degrees of Pisces. So right there, you can go back and start to seek in your own life, in your journals, however you keep track of time. And it's going to go all the way until March 25th of 2024, when we see Neptune get back to that 27 degrees of Pisces, okay? So keeping the full cycle in mind, what we're looking at here is that, okay, when Neptune is direct, it's like we have ideas and ideals, and we're like, okay, this is my reality. This is what I think is my idea and my ideal and my vision. This is how I'm creative, right? It's all of these things that you get the opportunity to live them a little bit in reality, but then dance back into the daydream and the fantasy world and kind of create a little bit, you know, and go, oh, okay, let me tweak that just a little bit. The example I like to give of Neptunian energy is that before a chair was a chair, it was just a vision, right? So you have this vision of, oh, it would be nice to probably have something to sit on, or however that came about. And then there begin in the reality, the construction of something to sit on. But this needs to go back into the fantasy to go, oh, wait, I think it's going to have more than 3 legs. Let's try this. Okay, let's try it in reality, right? So it becomes this dance between the fantasy and the reality of life. Now, this is great when we're talking about building a chair, building a house, building a project. That sounds fantastic, right? But it's also the challenge when we're talking about changing as people, because I've had these ideals about the world, myself, my family, my partner, my money, and then I get to try them out over here, and it's like, yeah, okay, maybe, all right, well, let me go back here and adjust a little. Okay, so this is the energy of how it works when Neptune is direct. Now, when Neptune goes retrograde, we lose the space of the daydream. So it's all reality all the time. And so from June until right here in December, it's been all reality all the time. So where, first of all, what house has this been happening in for you? Make sure you locate that. And if you're not sure how to locate that yet, that's okay. I've got a video in the description box down below called How to Find the Active Transit. Go find out what house this area has been focusing in for you, because it's really going to show you where you can make the most use of this Neptune retrograde. Because when Neptune was retrograde, it was concrete. It was like, yep, if you believe that, let's see if it works, right? Live it. You said you believe that, live it. There's no tapping back into the ideals, like the ideal box is closed. Okay, so you're just kind of stuck with whatever your realities and ideas and truths were, and you are forced to see if they work for you or if they don't. Now, where this is like great, let's start with where it's great. Where it's great is it makes you go, oh, I've believed this truth about myself or about the world and how it works. I believed this truth about money for a very long time. And now I'm starting to see that that's not actually serving me. It's hurting me, or I can't move forward with that. So you see, it's a false reality, right? And that sounds like a really nice way to arrive with it. But with Neptune, it can be extraordinarily painful to find out that something you thought was a true reality, the truth, the best thing ever, is really a poop sandwich. It's not true. It's not good. It's not working for you. Something's been clouding your vision, and that's not going to work going forward. So it can be incredibly painful. And where I think that this is important is that when this particular Neptune retrograde happened, it happened in sextile to Pluto. And this is really important because as Neptune was going retrograde here, and we walked with it through this cycle, and you got to face the reality that some things are not true, or they're not true anymore. Right? You have to come up with some new creative solutions and some new belief systems and ideas. The pain of what wasn't working anymore in sextile to Pluto, the transformative planet, was like, yes, the pain will get you in the right position to take new actions and to get a new belief system that you can build a solid structure and foundation under your life for long-term success. So I don't love it, you guys, but I'm as human as you are. And sometimes I just really believe something, and it is not until I'm in enough pain that I'm able to open my hand, release it, and then let the universe give me the better thing that it's been waiting to give me as soon as I could open my hand. And there's something very tender about that. You know, I don't think that most humans just hold on to things because they're stupid. I think we have an ample amount of internalized fears, subconscious things that go on. And it is a real gift and a real miracle when we open up our hands and then we let the universe deliver the thing that is the right size. So it's a precious thing anytime a human changes their mind and lets the universe deliver the perfect size gift. So if that's you and you're holding on, it's not because you're stupid. It's not because any of these bad words that we say. Maybe you're stubborn, maybe you're Taurus, that's fine. But there's nothing dumb about it. And that's sometimes some language we can hear when we're dealing with things like Neptune, because it's a belief. And sometimes it's coming from a belief that you didn't even know was a belief, and you don't know until you're in enough pain to go, whoa, that's why this subconscious block I've had has been keeping me in these kind of relationships, keeping me in this financial situation, keeping me from forgiving said person, right? And then the pain creeps in. We're in that sextile to Pluto, and it's like, whew, okay. So now that's what we experienced in the middle. But now, as Neptune is coming direct, the pain of facing our reality for what it is with no chances to tap out has put us in a position to change. And as Neptune comes direct, now we can enact new creative solutions. But the thing that has to lead the way is the pain point. Where did it hurt specifically? Now you take actions, intuitive actions towards the solution. So I want to give a very solid example. If you found out that you had some not useful beliefs around money, okay, then very specifically, as Neptune is direct between now and March, your very practical solutions are going to go to the people that are healed around money and let them teach you how to be healed around money. If it's, I absolutely cannot forgive my mother, my father, my ex, I'm stuck here. You want to go to the people, use your pain point and go to the people that are healed around that thing, right? And if the pain point is that I just feel like I'm the only person who has this thing going on, again, look for the people who have that same pain point and they found a solution to it. That's really Neptune coming direct, is that you're like, okay, now I can investigate going to a forgiveness class, and then I can creep into the ethers a little bit and test it out, and then I come back and try on a little, right? Then you have the ability to do this dance again as the reality and the ethers open back up to you. Let me know if that makes sense to you in the comment section down below. All right, just after that, just after, the fantasy gates open back up, we're going to have the moon go void, of course, so it's time to rest. Remember, the energy is still, it's not the time for starting new things. It's time to bring things to a close or to rest. And then we'll see the moon move into the vibration of Libra, which is just so great because really, truly, as the moon is in Libra, you really are looking at, first of all, who's in your squad, who's in your team that still belongs there, because the South Node is continuing its travel through Libra as well. So not only are you thinking about your relationships, but you're thinking about if you have and are in the right relation with your relationships. Also, the moon in Libra is just so fantastic for social things. So it's a great energy to have, especially if you've got to go take your business finance or your forgiveness class, right? All right, on Thursday, we've still got that moon traveling in the vibration of Libra, but we've also got the sun in a trine to Chiron. And I really like this energy because, again, it is this pocket of opportunity. But it's this space where, Neptune's just come back online. And so you're working from a little bit of a different intuitive place. And you're also working from a different identity, which is this Chiron here in this energy. So here you're like, I get it, right? Like there is a level of self-acceptance that I think is available for us straight on as we're coming into Thursday, where when we're talking about a moon in Libra and I'm saying, are you in the right relation to your relations? First of all, are you in the right relation with yourself? Like, you know, and you accept and you love who and what you are, no matter what the story has looked like. And you love and you accept who you are, even if you have a current pain point that is inflamed and you need to get some help with that, right? Do you have this space of acceptance that you can offer yourself to, even within your own being? Because that is the space where we will offer acceptance to others outside of us as well. It is just a hot ticket lie that if you do not accept, it's just a lie, that if you think that you just accept other people, right? Like they just get a pass and then, I just accept other people as they are. That's a hot lie if you do not accept yourself, because it is an impossibility. We don't even have a concept of how to do it. Think about that this week. Think about that in your experience. Is that your experience, right? When you're like, I accept people as they are, but you absolutely don't accept yourself. Watch next time you walk into a room. Who's better than you? Who's less than you? Who's this? Who's this? Where are you making judgments, not discernments? This is a great time to be looking at where we can renew with this Sun Chiron energy, to be like, I do accept me, because this is how we radiate this vibration out to other people's, because you realize they're suffering the pains of growing up in public just like the rest of us. Now, we're also going to see Mercury and Jupiter in a trine. I feel like we should just call this week trines, okay? Lots of opportunities. So we'll also see Mercury in a trine to Jupiter. Now, we've got the planet of the smaller mind, of all of the details, in a trine with Jupiter, the planet of the big mind. So Jupiter's like, oh, I see the big picture. I want world peace. Let's do this huge project. Da, 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 da. And Mercury's like, okay, I'll get those details together on how we're going to make that happen. So as we get the big mind and the small mind together, this is a great day for strategy. This is a great day for planning. It's also a great day to look at in your own life what you're doing, what you're working on, what are you doing well. It cannot just be always this, oh, I'm lacking, I'm behind, I'm not enough, I need to be better, it could be better. It can't always be that. It has to be this place where on the big journey of what it is that you're taking on or growing towards or working on, where are the step-by-step things you're doing really working out? You're doing them well, you're showing up, you're able to articulate. These are both communication energies that you know you're doing well. You can speak life into what it is that you're doing, and also extend this into speaking life to those around you. Now, on a very public kind of level, because I think about these things in the mundane space as well, I just have this sense here that we're going to get information in the news. Like there's been a plan, we've been trying to move towards it, and now we're going to get some details about the steps to getting there. And I can't shake for the life of me thinking that this is going to be, especially in the United States, information around housing. Like we're about to get a big boost of information around housing that'll come probably Thursday through, next week. So we'll just keep an eye on it in the news, okay? On Friday, we're going to see the moon still traveling through that vibration of Libra, but coming into a square with Pluto over in Capricorn. And it's a cardinal square, first of all. So something is beginning, right? Something is triggered off as these two come into contact with each other. And the moon can be something about what you're in relation to. And Pluto is the intensity of what you're trying to change or what is also changing around you. So really, truly, it is a day where there can be power struggle. It can be intense energy. It can be this sense as well emotionally, like I feel like I may be behind in relating to even the world outside of me. How do I bridge the gap from where I'm at to, what's happening in the new career life, in the new structure of the world? It can feel like that, but I want to stress that it can feel like that. Again, stay focused on your own pain points that have presented themselves over this last week and just move in that direction, and the answers will unfold themselves. Now, to the other side, it doesn't have to be that kind of intensity. It can be the kind of intensity where you're like, whoa, who is that? who is that over there, right? It can be like that as well, whether it's you're already married and in partnership and you're like, oh, hey, where did you come from? Or you meet somebody out and about, and that can be this internal dance and power struggle as well. And it comes with all of this desire. So I just want you to know it can go 50-50. Your experience, though, will be nothing short of the intensity around relationship dynamics, okay? So on Saturday, we're going to see the moon move into the vibration of Scorpio and come right away into an opposition with Jupiter. But it's interesting because we're going to also see Venus dancing in this opposition as well. So it's really this dynamic on Saturday where like it can just be too good. Too much can be too much. So you just want to be mindful of that. You know, and it's great because maybe there's all these social things happening. They're going on. You're going to the parties. You're doing just more social interacting. Some of my students are doing that presentation. Maybe you've launched your book out there for publishing, marketing, and broadcasting, which I absolutely would love for you because it's time to get that book out there, isn't it? But to the other side of this, one of the things I would say is that it can be too much feeling. It can be too much feeling where you're overwhelmed and you're wrapped in the feeling and the nostalgia of things and not so much the clarity of the mind. So I would give pause for a cause until we get into next week. I really would. If it's a huge decision that you need to make, you know, because we've seen it in those holiday movies where they're rushing to the airport and it's like, but I just know in my heart you're the one and I love you. And they're like, yes, I love you too. Let's live on an island in Bali. But you like have a job and kids and you have to go to work on Monday. So I'm just saying, if you can wait just a little bit, let the feels, enjoy it, enjoy the interaction with people, right? And you remember you will be interacting with other people. So again, somebody could be saying something and the feels are not the airport going to Bali. The feels are like, whoa, why are you coming at me like that? And you can just be like, okay, hold on. I don't need to make a decision with that. I don't need to take that entirely personally. And you know what? When we're in interaction with other people, all of this spiritual living sounds great. All this expanded consciousness sounds great, but it's harder to practice when you're in it and you've got these energies, whether really good or really trying, coming at you. But this is it. You're in the game as we get through the weekend, okay? All right, and on Sunday, the 10th, which is my oldest daughter's birthday, so happy birthday, shout out to my baby girl, we are going to actually see the moon in an opposition now to Uranus. And if you remember, we started the week and the moon was over here in the best position ever, having this, breakthrough experience with Uranus, and now the moon is opposing Uranus. Like, what did you get us into? It's not like that at all. But it is a little bit more that it's like, okay, all right, wait, something's unexpected, things are coming, things are going, maybe somebody gives you information that you didn't expect, maybe you're even having emotions and feelings that you didn't expect to rise to the surface, you know, because sometimes what can happen too is we're interacting with people or you're just going on in your life and you see a piece of art or somebody says something and it triggers a memory for you and you like unlock a little room inside of yourself that it feels like you haven't had access to for months or years or decades. And it's a bit unexpected what's in that room that you get to experience. Sometimes it's like, I thought the world didn't have any color anymore and here's my whole coloring box. It's just been locked behind this door. Or I thought it was all poo and it turns out it's not, you know, whatever it is that gets unlocked for you. Now, in an outer way as well, Uranus is still an outer planet. So again, I think it's a day that in the news around the globe, we could be hearing unexpected information or things that just shift our perspective dramatically as we're dealing with this moon Uranus energy, because in mundane astrology, the moon governs the people. So we've got the people in a state of intensity, now in this opposition with Uranus in the position of our resources, housing, food, money, all of these kinds of things. So it's definitely emotionally stimulating as we're traveling on Sunday. Now, we're also going to see later in the day, though, that the moon, this is nice. It comes into Yeah, this is nice. It comes into a nice trine with Neptune. So Moon, Neptune trine to end out the week, bring it to a close is like have hope. Have hope. First of all, have hope for the world, have hope for what's changing, and have hope for you in your world as you are changing. Maybe it is not unfolding as quickly as you would like it to. And we're going to really talk about this when we look at this new moon that's happening, square this Neptune, okay? You are changing. What you want wants you as well. You're just in charge of the baby steps. You let the universe do the heavy lifting and bring you to your outcome. And even if it's not happening as fast as you want it to, stay focused, stay inspired. It is unfolding. Have hope. All right, my absolutely beautiful friends. So pleased to be here with you this week. If you are looking for a personal reading, yes, I absolutely do those. If you need just one session, click in the description box down below. You can get on the schedule. If you're looking for more close and personal work, grab one of the packages that are still on sale until we get to December 31st. And keep in mind that I am the first teacher up at Synchronicity University with our friend Miss Nadia Shah. Coming up in January, we will be spending 5 glorious weeks together talking about the Aries and Libra nodes and getting configured to those as we're going to travel with them in 2024. All right, my beautiful friends, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.